Thank you, Senator Cotton. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge D'Alba, Judge Ramirez, congratulations to you both. Judge D'Alba, do you think, I want to wax a little philosophical here, do you think a person's race should be used to harm that person?
No, Senator.
How about you, Judge Ramirez?
No, Senator.
Okay. Judge D'Alba, do you think that a person's race should be used to help that person?
No, Senator.
Okay. How about you, Judge?
No, Senator.
Okay. Judge D'Alba, why is that?
Well, as a legal standard, Senator, we try to look at people just based on either, if we're in a criminal position, we're looking at them for what they've done. In a civil matter, it usually doesn't come into account. So, and also it's something they don't necessarily control, so it seems unfair.
Okay. Judge Ramirez?
The Constitution provides for equal protection for all.
Okay. Judge D'Alba, this has been in the news a lot lately, and you'll probably see it if you're confirmed to the Court of Appeal. Tell me about the Dormant Commerce Clause.
Senator, I'm somewhat familiar with the Commerce Clause, which is found in Article 1 of the Constitution.
There was a big Supreme Court case that just came out of your state.
And I apologize, Senator. In my 11 years of practice and my 5 years on the bench, I have not dealt with the Dormant Commerce Clause, but if I am so fortunate enough to be confirmed and have to deal with it in the future, I would certainly research it and, yeah, be prepared.
All right, then just tell me about the Commerce Clause in general.
So my understanding about the Commerce Clause, like I stated, Senator, is that it is under the Article 1 of the Constitution, and it allows the legislature to create laws that allow for movement and things related to commerce in the United States. So anything crossing state lines, things like that.
So it allows Congress to regulate commerce.
Yes.
Between whom?
Between states, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Today on Capitol Hill, a tense, telling, and at times uncomfortable confirmation hearing. Senator John Kennedy, never one to pull punches, posed a series of tough philosophical and constitutional questions to President Biden's judicial nominees, and the answers, or lack thereof, might just leave you speechless. From questions on race inequality to the Fourth Amendment and the Dormant Commerce Clause, this hearing was a masterclass in judicial grilling. Let's break it down. Senator Kennedy kicked things off with a deceptively simple question, one that struck at the heart of judicial philosophy. Do you think a person's race should be used to harm or help them? Both Judge D'Alba and Judge Ramirez responded with a resounding no to both questions, but the moment wasn't just about their answers, it was about how Kennedy framed the debate. Should race ever play a role in justice? Should it help? Should it hurt? This wasn't just rhetoric, it was a deeper probe into whether these nominees would apply the law impartially, without prejudice or preference.
Commerce in the United States. So anything crossing state lines, things like that.
So it allows Congress to regulate commerce.
Yes.
Between whom?
Between states, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anybody else?
It's not coming to mind right now, Senator.
Okay. All right. You're familiar, Judge, I'm sure, with the Fourth Amendment and the warrant requirement. What's, just for the record, what's the warrant requirement?
The warrant requirement requires, so Fourth Amendment says that we are not subject to unreasonable searches and seizures. So in order for someone to, for example, enter our home, there needs to be a warrant. And in order to get a warrant, an officer has to, under oath, state that there is probable cause to believe that either a crime has been committed or there is a crime afoot, and that they have to describe with particularity the place to be searched.
And that's based on the Supreme Court's interpretation of the U.S. Constitution, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me know what you think. Were these fair questions or gotcha moments? Should nominees be expected to know every clause in the Constitution, or is it more about judgment and temperament? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into Washington's most intense moments.